got to fight now, and everybody started getting ready to pull out their guns. We had a hard time down on that floor. Nobody pulled them out, of course, but it got to be a big fight during the 29, 21. But a lot of folks in the 21 had guns.
So I just want to let you know the guys starting to set up and move around, shut some of these construction sites down again. So I just want to give you a report on that.
They shutting down sites?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
All you gotta do is watch YouTube. Facebook. It went viral. I ain't gonna say too much about
I missed that, but they need to, because while we doing all this okie doke, people are making money, buildings are going up, people are getting trained, communities are being built, people are opening up businesses, and they got us focused on something doing, fighting for immigration. That makes no sense. Schools and stuff are all bad while other folks is building new schools. Have you seen this school, Israel, over there behind Target on Roosevelt?
Yeah, the British school.
That British school. They got everything in that school.
Yeah.
And then they got one on Ashland, too. They got all these schools out here where they're preparing the children. And in our tax, we can't get nothing in our schools, but they ain't nothing but the sophisticated babysitters, functionally illiterate students. That's what they're turning out.
And it's the aldermen. These are elected officials, who miseducating our people.
Let me ask you this, Israel. What you think about Burke and this... Don't you? Now, Burke is not stupid enough to just be dealing with Burger King, don't you?
I just know he's been in place 50 years. That's a long time to be in.
But understand that he got more sense to be talking about Burger King. This stuff is deeper than that.
You got to listen to Mays. Mays went deep on it. He said it was bigger than Burger. He said it was a guy that had the Burger King on like, he had a big conglomerate. He
owned Popeyes and everything else, but he's out he's out of Texas. But what I'm saying to you is Burke is not going to talk. This stuff is bigger than just Burger King. This stuff is about other stuff, too, and a lot of folks are going to go with him. If you look at the Trib yesterday, the Trib said that it was some stuff that was not unsealed yet.
Right, right.
Okay.
We looking forward to play out. We watching it. But like I said, we hitting these sites again, so just keep your eyes open.
Watch, because if we can't work, nobody else should be able to work. They work it everywhere, all over this city, and black folks right here carrying other folks' water. Thank you, Israel. We don't work, they don't work. Nehemiah.
Oh, yes, good morning. Good morning. It's an honor to see that you are still in the fight for you African Americans. The matter is this matter. We should be very concerned whether these African American women and women of color that are part of the Congress, whether they will act on the behalf of African Americans.
Well, I don't think they've been acting on behalf of black people. I think they've been carrying out. I watched them get sworn in the other day on C-SPAN. I was very embarrassed when they were jumping up and grinning about and acting like some done stepping flat. I'm with Nancy. They jumping all around, and them black folks. It was really embarrassing, which is all right if that's who you want, but you're supposed to be up there fighting for your community and this black child.
Exactly. And just like with this Petwingle situation, that's another situation on that level there. Because, as I stated before about you understand, that there was a massive conspiracy to remove you from the Brunfield area in terms of the matter. In terms of so we have to be very mindful of that. Also, Mr. Elsie Hickenbottom has done a great work as an African American in terms of providing inroads for the population at risk, and he should be.
Yeah, and what's so funny, Nehemiah? People talk about Elsie, but Elsie have hired a lot of black folks, and I know a lot of black businesses that he's started with young black men or some black men who just getting out of just not getting restarted. That he's done a lot to restart. And people talk that Elsie was also in the black community working when other folks would not even come into the black community.
Exactly. You have to a lot of my people just on that same level in terms of the matter. And another thing we have to bear in mind, too, and I shall depart, is that I remember under the Democratic administration, how Clinton, you understand, protested and wouldn't even allow the Haitians and the people of that area, you understand, to come and set foot even in Florida.
No, he wouldn't. Not only that,
African Americans all over, about the immigrants there in Mexico. It's a shame.
Well, you know what happened is when they were coming over here, he put them in cages almost like with barbed wire fences, and the Haitians was falling all out in boats and drowning in the Gulf, and Clinton did not, and black folks did not stand up and fight for the Haitians. Some of us did, but as a whole, they didn't. They did not fight for our people. And see, we are too easily led by other people. Now look at this woman in Detroit who took John Conye's place, this heir. This black woman who ran against her, because they both won in the primary, the black folks put her in. What's the first thing she do? She go up there and say, MF Donald Trump, and she's fighting because she's mad at Donald Trump because of the PLO and the Palestinian and Israel. She ain't caring about those black folks in Detroit.
You know better than the woman who replaced you. The same thing. The same thing. Mm-hmm. Yes, have a good day, Dorothy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, we have to be conscious. Ebony said 25 black women. First she said 47, but not 25 black women. Is it 25? Ebony said yes, if it is. 25 black women in Congress. Is that including the Senate too? I'm going to see this woman from downstate going to. That's including the Senate. 25. And you got 100 and some women. I'm going to break this down next week. Yeah, you gave me something because the problem is that that's why we got Dr. Claude Anderson next week for everybody who's listening. He's going to talk about us, and I'm going to bring him in the spring, too. We're going to redo this, the exceptional black people, how we allowing ourselves. I tell you, they're not talking about progressive. They went up there, how do you come in this country and put your hand on something else, the Koran and all that stuff? That makes no sense. Now, you can say whatever you want to, but you are in America. One person had something from a college, law thing and all that. They're pushing. And because folks are so filled with hate about Trump, these other folks coming on up under them, and they're pushing, and you're going to see America redefined and reorganized. And black folks, you thought you was at the bottom doing Jim Crow. These folks came from places where they mistreated black people. We're going to be at a further bottom. Even now, when they come in, they set up their communities, their schools, their businesses. Now, when some of these people come over here, America gave them, they repaired the damage. Our history and stuff, the way they're doing our stuff, I'm just worried about how black folks think. 25 black women out of 100 and some. Is 125, Ebony? How many? And Ebony going to break down. If she might get it before I leave so I can break it down for you. But black women are supposed to have more compassion. There's something happened. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they're not having babies and understand children. I don't know what it is, because a mother nurtures because we bring life through us. And there's a difference between a man and a woman. Make no difference. Don't let nobody fool you. A man size 8 shoes larger than a woman, his hands and his ring size, but we bring forth life. We are special. We want to give up that specialty. God gave us the right to bring forth life. And as we bring forth life, we have this compassion, not just for our children, but for our community. And right now, those who can get their children out and send them somewhere special, they're making it. But the majority of the black folks are suffering in these schools. In a few minutes, we won't even have we're not going to have a community for black people, but maybe people of color. Kufu, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, this is why I'm running for writing as mayor, because we have a culture that we're trying to hold on to. That's what I'm trying to.
What culture you talking about?
Culture as far as the building, developing, watching these policies take over, like the pop-up policies where you got licenses, the people can start businesses. I want to see businesses all over Chicago come in the spring.
I want you to slow up so I can understand what you're saying. You're going so fast, and I'm not understanding. I'm not sure the audience is either. Now start over.
I've been fucking fight. I'm about business.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
Yes. I'm
about business and put these people up to work. Our people who've been frustrated buying corn from Mexicans on the corner, now we can buy that from each other.
Oh, that's so deep. You know what gets to me? You go over there on 63rd in front of where McDonald's used to be. They be out there selling corn, going in the alley, peeing, and nowhere to wash their hands. I mean, that is the most...
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm not down nor hating them.
I'm saying that you shouldn't be buying nothing nobody who can't wash their hands.
We ain't got. You know, they're gonna do what they doing, but I want us to do it. That's all. I want us to
You
have
said
that.
to analyze what that is hate. That's not hate.
I know it's not. That's
To
not
love
hate.
black folks don't mean you hate nobody else. Harold said that.
Right. But I just look at all people saying, man, it's all a business. It's all business now, and all this racial stuff. Let's put that down. All this immigrant stuff.
No. Let me tell you, they have used racism so much that the real racism is happening to black people. You don't see it. Black folks cannot afford not to be exceptionalists and understand what's going on with us as a people. We are being treated differently than anybody else. Our communities are being destroyed. Other folks are celebrated when they stand up for their community. When we stand up for ours, what happened, Kufu? When we stand up for ours, they try to destroy us. That's what they do.
Yeah, they gang stalk us. They gang stalk me. But you know what? It's too many of us are conscious now. It's too many of us is woke now. Okay.
All right. Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Kufu. I gotta play one of my songs. Hey, come on. For God say we got to give more power to the people. A big payback. God say give more power to the people. We got to give more power to the people. The power is in the people. We are a republic, we are not. We are a republic, which means that people don't understand that in terms of our Constitution. And the power is supposed to be in the people. And black folks got to understand and take the power and don't be used. This is a Shy Light.
There are some people never knew but only heard of, and they never had happiness. Oh, if you don't have enough to eat, how can you think of love? You don't have time to care. Most time you're guilty of. God say, give more power to the people. For God's sake, why don't you give more power to the people? Just trying to see who's got the power to kill the most. When they run out of power, the world's gonna be a ghost. They know we're not satisfied, no way begin to holler. They give us a promise and throw in a few more dollars. There's no price for happiness, and no price for love. Up goes the price of living, and you're right back where you were. So whatever you got, just be glad you got it. Now we're gonna get on up and get some more. Woo!
Got to give more power to the people. You won't have all this stuff. Give more power to the people.
Why don't you give more power to the people?
773591619. We're streaming live. www.thevoa.com. iHeartRadio. If you listen, take us wherever you go. We're on Blog Talk. So my Blog Talk, if you missed this, you can go back to Blog Talk. God's sake, give more power to the people. We got to give more power to the people. For those who've been getting hung up on, it's not us. You call and the calls are dropping as soon as you call. So if you think that it's not my switchboard, I don't know what is happening. The calls are ring and they'll drop. So, don't y'all get upset with Ebony thinking she's hanging up on you. The phone ring and the calls drop. So I want you to know that if you've been getting dropped, it's not Ebony, it is not my engineer. It's some kind of malfunction. I don't know. Maybe it's too much power to the people. I don't know, y'all. For God's sake. Now, Aye from Atlanta said that we had 100 and some women in the Congress. I had asked Ebony to give me a breakdown. I don't know whether she did or not. We only got 25 black women. Now, Kamala Harris is not a black, all the way a black. Kamala is, her parents are immigrants. So the whole topic right now in this government is about immigration. And then when they say we're all immigrants, that's how this country was built. I am not an immigrant. I'm an exceptional black, as Dr. Anderson say. And this country was built based off of black labor, white wealth. But we built this country for free. We were forced to come here as enslaved blacks in America. And now what have happened is, like I was telling you about the CHA, when the CHA, when Dorothy Gartrow fought on behalf of black people, now they saying black and Latino. These other people who came here was not persecuted in America. They ran from somewhere to come here. And now what we're doing is that we are allowing other folks to come in, take jobs, set up business, and we're scared to fight back. And we feel like, and I was telling Ebony the other day, maybe Ebony or Jimelita, it's gotta be that's part of the post-trauma slavery syndrome that's passed down in DNA because of how they did us and would not allow us to have our own. And we had to always fight to be, and we had to always play a game to get what we had or put other folks over us. Some of that stuff is still in it. We, like even with, I don't know what happened when I shoot in Texas. I'm waiting to see whether it's a black or Hispanic. Because it might be one Hispanic initiation. Because see, they're white and they're Latino. And when you look on TV, you can't tell who they are until you see the name. And they're getting the affirmative action. But black folks, I want black leadership to understand that to fight for black people do not mean that you hate anybody else. Because these other folks are nationalistic. They'll use us and then they'll do something else. Let me talk to Mary from Alabama. Mary from Alabama.
Hi, how you doing, Dorothy? I met you some years ago down at the clinic. Where I'm coming from, I don't know if I need to talk.
What part of Alabama you from now?
Elmore.
Elmore. Where's Elmore, Mary?
Elmore, you know where Millbrook, Prattville.
Oh, Prattville. Yeah, what county are you in? You're not in Montgomery County, right?
No, I'm in Elmore County.
Elmore County. Okay, go on. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if I need to talk to her or not, but I've been trying to reach you to find out about that place. The running numbers. That's what I'm calling for.
Oh, the numbers. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know when she's gonna bring it back. She did it twice again. She's getting ready to take it to. It's gonna go to the Bahamas and to Europe, and it's going to New York. And
but I wonder, could I get like a disc or DVD or something? Because I don't know when I'm coming back to Chicago. And
I don't know, Mary, but you can go on Harold Washington Cultural Center website, either Broadway and Bronzeville website, and see what's going on. We got Cooley High coming back in February.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to get that play, and some people here want to see it too.
No, I don't know whether she's putting it on DVD, but you can bring us down there you can have somebody to set it up and bring us down there to do it at one of the theaters down there.
I'll talk to somebody here then.
You know, Montgomery is popping now with black folks.
Yeah, I know the capital city got it going on.
I tell you now. Well, yeah, Mary. But look online and see, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll think Jimelita got that on DVD, but some different folks have been talking to her about this play. Jimelita knows she really wrote this play, and it's real. But we got Cooley High coming up in February. If folks have asked for Cooley High, and they got Cooley High. I don't know whether Ebony got that information for me that I asked or not. I tell you, and like I said, I'm glad Mary was able to get through because I can't believe I kept seeing this phone ring and drop and ring and drop. First, I thought I was going to get angry at Ebony until Ebony told me the phone calls was dropping. I know, man, I should have kept you, man. Some of the calls been dropping. I was trying to pull folks in. But it's really interesting. Now, let me get into why we wait. I've been talking about Burke and all of them. And I do think, I'm telling you, nobody's talking about Dorothy Brown. Nobody's talking. They try to keep her out of it. But the mayoral election and automatic election will be before you know it. And a lot of these aldermen are being very quiet. They'll get on back in there and do the same thing. And they're not talking, and none of the mayoral candidates are talking about the TIF, tax increment finance, where those communities that was blighted are still blighted. And they talk about, we're going to open up the schools and we want an elected school board. I don't give a darn about elected school board because they're going to get into the same thing some of these other elected people are doing. But if the state can do it, they can do it tomorrow when they get sworn in January. They can do it before. If they would get the power back to the city council, where anybody that the mayor appoint have to come before the city council to get confirmed, which then give the public the right to come and voice their opinion. That's how we was able to get Street in. That's how we was able to get energy for Harold Washington, because we fought errors coming in. So we were able to do that. But what happened when Daley got in there,